Are you up yet, Bert? Bert! You know we've got a lot to do this morning. I want to get straightened up upstairs for a start, and then I want to go and look at that bed at Farrer's for our Brian. That one he's got on its last legs, it looks a right sight. Bert, if you don't get out that bed...
I am out of it.
And about time and all. You've not got your slippers on again, have you?
Do you know I haven't found them yet?
Well, last time I saw them, they were in the bathroom. Of course, you won't have been in there yet, will you?
No, because I'll tell you why. Our Brian's in there, isn't he, like he always is. Do you know what? It takes him 10 minutes to comb his hair. 10 minutes. Nobody in the world takes 10 minutes to comb their hair. Not even Veronica Lake in her peekaboo days took 10 minutes.
And certainly not you. You know, Bert, I think you could start shaving in the morning, couldn't you? I mean, a new house, new way of doing things.
I've shaved me at night all my life, so I'm not starting now, so don't start. Hey, just a minute. Where's the milk then?
It's there, under your nose.
Do you know, I must be going blind, I can't see it.
It's in the jug, where it should be.
Ivy, can I ask you something?
What?
Are we going to be comfortable in this house, or is it going to be like living in a flaming stately home?
It's going to be different, I'll tell you that, Bird. Look, just doing things nice like putting milk in a jug doesn't mean we're going to be living on pens, does it?
Don't it just?
I didn't know Queen was coming for breakfast, ma'am.
Oh, Brian, don't you start. Look, we can have things nice, can't we?
Yeah, of course we can.
Like other folk do.
Absolutely.
So we're going to do from now on.
Great.
You haven't put no cups out. I said you haven't put any cups out. You know, them things you drink out of. Like these, you know, cups.
Oh, sorry.
What's up with you this morning?
Nothing.
Oh, you could have fooled me.
Elsie. Am I more important than a motorbike?
Come again? Oh, I see. That motorbike.
Known affectionately as the Bonnie. And I do mean affectionately. Like he's in love with the thing. How can you be in love with a rotten, dirty, great hunk of machinery? How can you?
Oh, tell your auntie all about it, Chuck.
Well, he was supposed to meet me last night, wasn't he? Only he forgets, don't he? On account of his fiddling with that rotten motorbike. He's always fiddling with his rotten motorbike.
Think yourself lucky it's only the motorbike.
Oh, thanks. That's a lot of help. Do you know, you ought to be running an agony column. But do you mind if I just ask you one more question?
Hurry on.
Am I more important than a motorbike?
Yes, if he thinks about it.
Does it need thinking about?
Well, you see, when he's thinking about his motorbike, Chuck, he's not thinking about you, and vice versa, if you see what I mean. I mean, there'll come a time when he's chewing on your ear hole, and he'll be thinking about his clutch pedal, or whatever.
Well, it is more important, then.
No, only as far as his interest in life goes. You see, his fella's interest. And that's one of the umpteenth ways they're different from us. He's got more interest in his interest than he has in a woman. Now, it's not the same with a woman. For them, it's the fella. He's the most important, if you see what I mean. And it causes a load of heartbreak for us.
Wouldn't it be a lot easier if we were all more alike?
Oh, yes, it would, Chuck, but not half as interesting.
Yeah.
I've got to be off, Chuck. See you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the night owl. Just rolled in, have you?
Oh, yeah. I often go out dressed like this. But I get arrested a lot, though.
You weren't in at 2 o'clock because I looked at the time.
1/2, actually.
Yeah, and it shows.
You don't look so good yourself, and you've had your beauty.
Now, watch it, madam. Just watch it.
Well, leave off me. Leave me alone. It wasn't that late.
It was that late. And it was that late the night before and the night before that. I don't know what sort of people you're going out with, but they certainly aren't very fond of their homes.
Lucky she didn't land you one, then.
Or again, she won't.
She's right, you do look terrible.
I'll get over it.
Were you drunk last night as well as late?
I had a few drinks, yeah.
More than a few.
Oh, will you stop nagging? I've got a headache.
Well, you think you're that clever, going out with a fast lot? Old men, fat wallets and fatter tummies.
Well, it's a big improvement on playing He Loves Me Not with Grotty Brian. Which is it today, then?
Oh, shut up!
And you.
Oh, hello. Settled in, have you? No, well, of course you won't have, will you? Not yet. Takes time to settle into a new house. They're a bit like corsets for that. Oh, you're like me, aren't you?
How's that, Hilda?
House proud. Oh, I can tell. Elbow grease you're using on them windows. In this weather and all.
Ah, well, I do like clean windows, Hilda. There's no worse than a dirty window. Makes all house look tatty.
Yeah, well, you know how to make sure that never happens, don't you?
Yeah, clean them.
No, let my stand clean them. 50p the house he charges. It's the cheapest window cleaner around here by a mile.
No thanks, Hilda.
Well, Deirdre Langton had him. In fact, nearly everybody does round here.
Ah, well, perhaps they've got more faith in him than I have.
Look, Us workers are supposed to help each other out, you know, else where'd we be?
Well, I'll tell you where I'd be in this case, Hilda. I'd have dirty windows. And I'm sure even Tony Benn wouldn't want me to have that.
But what's it all in aid of?
Oh, let's just say I'm a belated Father Christmas, and one of these is for you, if it fits. Where shall I put them?
Oh, put them on the settee.
Right.
Oh, Paul, they're fantastic.
Yeah, not bad. They're the quality end of our range.
Do you know, I bet they cost a fortune.
Yeah, well, choose one and it's yours.
Well, how come?
No, just put it down to my princely generosity.
Oh, it's the first I've ever heard of it.
Hmm?
No, that's not true. You're very generous.
Thank you. Now I'll tell you the truth.
Now, that will be something new.
Well, actually, these are models. They're a bit yesterdayish, but only just, so that they'll be sold off cheap to the staff. So I said to myself, why not let the lovely Susie have the first choice? And that's exactly what you've got.
Oh, but they're all smashing.
There is one condition.
What's that?
That you wear it tonight when you come out with me.
Oh, no. I've been out every night this week. I'm not just jaded. I'm dead on my feet.
What's the matter with the younger generation? If I can stand the pace, surely you can. Not getting enough orange juice or something?
And if I don't come, no dress.
No.
You can twist me around your little finger, can't you?
I've had a lot of experience.
I'll try this one on first.
That's my favourite.
I am still going to try them all on, even if this one looks fantastic on me, so don't go away.
Well, I'm here for the morning, if that's all right.
Oh, yeah, I've got the house to myself. You better take your coat off.
You're looking very svelte today, Lynch, for a Monday.
Yes, I am, Aunt. Ken thought so too, didn't you, Ken?
Did I?
Oh, weren't it you what said you thought I looked like the winning entry from the Southport Flower Show?
Ah, that'd be Joe Hargreaves, him that grows the prized cauliflowers.
Do you have to bring him in here with you? Couldn't you leave him in his kennel?
Yeah, good old Bet. I admire her, I really do.
Well, what brought all that on?
Didn't you know he's been in love with her for years?
Was that before you were in love with her?
Who told you that?
Didn't you know? I had a private detective check up on you before I said I'd marry you.
Why, heck, he earned his brass.
Oh, I don't know. From what I learned, it were money for old rope.
You know, what I was saying about Bet, it can't be easy making that sort of effort with yourself on a day like today in deepest Lancashire. I mean, what for? What's the point? I don't know about you, but the temptation for me is to walk around unwashed and unkempt to match the wintry weather.
He does that in July.
No, I used to do that in July when I was single.
Now, isn't that a coincidence?
Oh, is it?
That is the very subject Bet and I were discussing this morning. Standards, or rather the lack of them, especially among the working classes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes, Ken.
I don't think you might be confusing a healthy reluctance to accept everything as the will of God or the CBI with a lowering of standards?
I'm not confused at all. You're not saying, are you, that God and the CBI don't know better than the working classes? Of course they do. Mind you, I do agree with what you were saying about Bet, about her squaring her shoulders and her falling arches. Although sometimes the effect isn't quite what she hopes for.
Hey, shouldn't you be serving snacks at full meal prices?
Well, lunchtime rush is over, so I just popped out for a couple of seconds. Susie hasn't been in here by any chance, has she?
No, he hasn't.
Since when's Susie been a he?
You're not after Susie. Not the way your eyes swivel round this place like a searchlight. Brian hasn't been in. Have you had a lover's tiff then?
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have.
Oh, I might have known you being here sooner or later. Hair of the dogs, is it?
Can't she be bitchy?
No, it is not a hair of the dog. I feel quite merry and bright this morning, and who wouldn't after the morning I've had? No, I saw you come in, so I thought, I know, I'll go in and help and make it up with Brian.
I don't need your help.
Well, you need somebody's the way you're forever falling out with him.
Look, I know it's cold outside, but Mrs. Walker does like folk what come in here to buy something, and it does help to pay my wages.
I'll have a lager, please.
Not for me, thank you, Bet. I don't need drink to keep me going.
How do you two manage to keep living together?
Oh, go on, kid, have a drink, eh, and cheer up.
No.
Oh, well, suit yourself.
I can't. Me breath at smell and Emily don't like it. Anyway, what's been happening to you this morning that's so special?
Paul called, that's all.
Oh, him.
And he brought me a dress to wear tonight. A very expensive dress.
You're not going out again tonight. Where?
Oh, here, there and everywhere. We'll probably end up at the Gatsby.
Susie, you're asking for trouble, you know. He's twice your age and he's only after one thing.
Aren't they all? Even your precious Brian. At least I'm getting something out of it, like a good time once in a while. You know, you should try having one. At least then you could criticise. And you never know, you might enjoy it. Mightn't she, Bet?
She might.
Well, it's better than keep mooning over Brian, who seems to prefer his motorbike any road.
Aren't fellas pigs, eh? All we want from them is constancy and affection. Yet really they prefer football.
Yeah, so my motto is get out of them what you can, while you can. Like you should be doing.
Why do they have to sell at cut price anyway? I mean, why can't they charge proper price in first place? I mean, especially on something as essential as a bed.
Well, it's a sales gimmick, innit? You know what I mean? To make you think you're getting a bargain.
Well, I don't want the gimmicks. I'm not a kid. I want to be told fair price, and then I'll pay that happily.
You will never do away with gimmicks until you have a truly socialist society. But how many of your brothers and sisters really want that, eh? Go on, then. Answer me that.
Bert, don't start on politics.
You always say that when I get you in a corner.
Come in. Oh, hello, Mr. Tatlock.
I was just passing and thought I'd been able to say how do, but I see you're having your tea, so
No, we've nearly finished. Would you like a cup?
I wouldn't say no.
Oh, well, sit yourself down then.
Do you think you'd like it round here?
Well, it's not that much different to where we were, you know what I mean?
Only chalk and cheese. Well, as far as house is concerned, any road.
Well, folks don't change much, though, do they?
Do you know, it's a funny thing, I was just saying that myself.
There's a lot of blue-bottomed humming bees, aren't there?
Eh? Oh, very true, yeah.
Yeah, we got the right lot round here and all.
Not right.
Yeah.
Hey, no gossiping, Mr. Tatlock.
You leave him alone. If he wants to speak his mind, let him.
Yes, sugar?
Aye, just one. Now, take her at corner shop. She'd skin a flea. And that husband of hers, a great big fat tub of butter. The only reason they wed each other was nobody else would have them.
Oh, that's right.
And take that lot next door.
Green Ogden's?
The puddle. Especially her. Mine lend Fairclough's all right. Although he's changed a bit since he got wed. You know, if you ask me, she was looking for a safe billet. At her age,
if Rita Fairclough could ever hear you.
And then that Elsie Tanner, she's just living on past glories. The one you want to look out for is Annie Walker.
Yeah.
Cut glass on the outside, broken glass inside.
Listen, that's the only true thing you've said since you've come in. I'm not joking. You're worse than any woman, you are.
You see if I'm not just right.
What's the name of the alphabet?
Is that homemade?
Yeah, it's baked today.
Madeira, isn't it?
Yeah, Madeira.
Long time since I had a bit of homemade Madeira cake.
Which cape or promontory was known to the Greeks of
Mr. Tatlock,
What?
have you ever thought what folks say about you?
Oh, I reckon they think I'm a bit of a character. Mine, I find it pays.
Late. There's some sausage and mash in the oven.
It's one of them days, you know, behind with everything.
Oh, I know. Hasn't picked up since this morning.
Not really, no.
Have you heard from...
No, I haven't.
Oh, he's just playing hard to get. You'll hear from him.
I don't care whether I do or I don't.
You know, Summer, you're a dreadful liar, you are.
It's right, Elsie. For all I care, he can ride round on that rotten motorbike on ever-decreasing circles.
So you say.
Well, what do you think? Isn't it a knockout?
It's all right if you like that sort of thing.
I do. And so do you. Why else are your eyes on Stokes?
Have you come into a fortune or something? That must have cost him.
Didn't you know? A sugar daddy bought it her.
No, I did not know.
Frightened of telling her, were you?
No, I wasn't. I wanted to surprise her. Well, Elsie?
It's very nice.
Nice. It's fantastic, especially on me. And you know it. You both know it.
Is this a mannequin parade, then, just for our benefit?
No, it's not. She's going out again tonight with him.
Part of the price I had to pay, weren't it? For the dress.
I hope you know what you're doing, lady.
I am doing exactly what you did when you were my age, according to you. And didn't you have a few good times?
Yes, I did. One or two.
And that's just what I'm doing. I'm not daft. I can look after myself.
Can you?
Yeah, I could look after you and all. Hey, come with us tonight, eh? Oh, go on, Elsie. Tell her it's daft sitting twiddling her thumbs hoping Brian will condescend to call. Where's that going to get her? Elsie?
Don't drag me into it.
Well, you can't say I'm wrong, though, can you?
I said don't drag me into it.
Hello, Dale Potter speaking.
Is that Paul for me?
No, it's Ron for Elsie.
I'm sorry, kid.
You know the way you're going on, you'll be the only one without a fella.
He'll ring or call or something.
And pigs will fly.
There you are, love. By the way, your girlfriend were in at dinner time looking for you.
That's the only girlfriend I've got. Me mum. Yeah.
Did she say anything?
Oh.
Mrs. Walker, about last night?
Didn't even speak to me.
You shouldn't have come in, you know. I told you you mustn't come in again, not till she apologised.
What? When we Dad buying? No way, mum. You know, Dad, you're not as mean as they say you are. Cheers.
Cheers, Brian. Change.
She thinks she's won, you know. That's what she thinks, but she's got another thing coming, I'll tell you.
Yes, dear. I think it's a total victory. He's quite presentably dressed tonight. Just shows you the importance of being firm with these people straight from the start, especially her sort.
You're right, Mrs. Walker, as always.
I do have rather a good track record, don't I?
I've just been round to your house, see if you wanted anything, you know.
Such as?
Well, you name it, I can get it. You know, wallpaper, paint, lino, anything like that, furniture. Dead cheap, ridiculous prices.
Hey, we could do with a roll of lino, Bert, couldn't we?
Could we? Say no more. It's in the order book.
Of course we could.
Hey, did old Tom say out about him?
Not much. But next time he shakes hands with you, be sure you count your fingers after.
Do you think we've done the right thing coming to live in the street? Seem a very funny lot, if you ask me.
They are a funny lot.
Ta.
Here, Mrs. Oates. Where's Stanley tonight, then?
Still sleeping off what he supped at dinner time.
Yeah, it's terrible having a problem like that, isn't it?
You're very pally, aren't you?
Hey?
With that lot.
Oh, no, I'm just doing a bit of business, that's all.
Oh, is that what you were doing dinner time? Because I'd made some broth for you.
Well, I was invited to eat with my new employer and his wife, you know. Hey, that Rita makes a lovely steak and kidney pudding, you know.
Oh, does she? Well, I hope she makes you one for tomorrow and all, because there'll be no point in coming to our house.
Why is it women get so prickly, Bess?
Well, it's because we're more sensible and sensitive than you fellas are, Eddie. I mean, how'd you get any sense from a bucket?
Ask a silly question.
Thank you, kind sir.
And thank you for purchasing our amazingly numerous publications.
Did I have a choice?
Not much.
I thought you were gone back home.
I was putting my press away. Ain't another thing. I fancied something a bit more exciting tonight.
Oh, this is as far as I'm allowed to go, you know, in my state of health.
You look all right to me.
Thanks, Mrs. Walker. Could he interest you in a rag mag, sir? Oh, sorry, I've just asked you, haven't I?
Well, look, I've just bought one.
It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around, finally found somebody who could make me could make
What'd you think? No, I've heard worse.
Yeah, not much worse. I bet you can do better than her, Susie.
I bet I could.
Man, have I told you how terrific you look tonight?
About 1,000,000 times, but don't let that stop you.
What I can't understand is what you do with an old fellow like him.
Hark, who's talking? Peter Pan himself.
I prefer older men, they're more...
They're more fun.
Got it. Frank, I'm sorry about my friend not coming, but maybe next time, eh?
Well, not to worry, there's more fish in the sea, you know.
Only your bait's not what it used to be.
Oh, I didn't do badly last night. Big and very bountiful.
Go on.
So where is she tonight, then?
Oh, I chucked her back.
Oh, you are funny.
Here, I'm a brilliant dancer, too.
Hang about. I brought this dress tonight.
Charming.
Would you do me the honour of dancing with me, dress?
If you think you're up to it.
Cheeky devil.
Good evening.
Oh, hello.
Everything okay?
Oh, fine, as per. We do our best.
The singer's not up to much.
It's all I could get. The other lady's down with flu. Actually, I did think of giving Rita a ring. You know Rita, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't think she would have done it. Len's not been very well.
I am sorry for that.
But I'll tell her you remembered it.
Oh, I do, with affection.
Some others I've seen might never
Very nice.
Yeah, Paul seems happy with her. For now.
try to be us the way that you
They're not all dirty.
Hey?
Jokes in here. Hey, Rita. Well, have you seen Mrs. Walker? Have a gander. You found a good one, Mrs. Walker?
Oh, I'm just censoring, dear. Have to be so careful what you sell on your premises, you know.
Oh, indeed, yeah. Two-faced hypocrite. She's enjoying it. They offered to kidnap her, hoping we'd have a whip round for a ransom, but I told them nobody'd even miss her. Yes, Ronald.
It's not me that actually wants your love.
Oh.
2 pints of bitter and a gin and tonic.
Pardon?
You heard, you've not got cloth ears.
You mean you're paying for them?
Of course I am. I'm a man of substance now, you know. I am Mr. Fairclough's right-hand man. Isn't that right, Mr. Fairclough?
Buys a pint and I'll say yes.
Make that 3 pints of bitter and whatever Mrs. Fairclough's having.
You know something, Eddie?
What?
You're not a bum after all. You look like a very generous man.
Well, I'm not buying you one, I don't even know you.
I don't take drinks off strange men anyway, but you buy a rag mag, don't you?
Go on, only because I think you fancy me.
Sir? Madam?
Are the jokes dirty?
Well, 1 or 2, aren't they?
In that case, I'll take 2.
Is that why they put the dirty jokes in there? Just for the fella's sake?
Actually, some of our best customers are women.
Oh!
I like it. I like it.
Would you pay a ransom for me if somebody kidnapped me?
Yeah, as long as they weren't asking more than a quid.
You pig.
Mrs. Walker, thanks very much for letting us sell in your pub.
It's not something I normally do, young man, but it's in a good cause.
Well, thanks again.
Excuse me, have you got a minute, love?
Don't tell me. You're so taken back by our rag mag, you want a wardrobe gross to send to your friends. Well, we can supply the brown envelopes.
No. Mind you, it's very good. But I did hear you were looking for somebody to kidnap.
Right. Any ideas?
Yourself, for instance.
Yeah, I've got the van outside if you want it.
Hey.
Sorry.
No. She's the one you want. Very popular lady. You'd get a lot of money for her. Am I right, Len?
Oh, aye, a very popular lady is bet.
Don't overdo it.
You know, they might have something there.
You can wipe that leer off your face for a start.
You should stop doing that, Fred.
Oh, you asked for it. Right.
Oh, she doesn't know what's coming. Join us again at the same time tomorrow for classic Coronation Street. But don't forget, on Saturday at 3, and for 6 great episodes, we've a Coro special, The Trials and Tribulations of Rita. Make a date in your diary. Talking of dates, Blind Date is next, here on Plus.